In this video, I'm going to show you everything that you need to start making your own rhinestone transfers from home. This is going to be the easiest video and the only one that you need to watch. It's going to give you all the value so that way you have all the tools that you need so you can stop having to ask everybody to make them for you, finding a company to send them to you. I made it really easy for you to have everything that you need within a few downloads and not having to buy any extra software because honestly, a lot of these programs are really expensive. Everything you need is going to be linked down below in the description. And if you have any questions during this whole process, leave them in the comment section and I'll get right back to you. I do recommend you stay to the end of this video. If you know, you know. And I just want to take this moment to say thank you. I know I haven't uploaded in about a month. I had a lot of stuff going on, but I'm here, I'm back, and we're gonna get right to it. And you know what I'm saying? Just know that I appreciate you and I'm gonna keep showing up. Let me know in the comment section what type of tutorials you want next. Let's get right into this video. I'm not gonna hold you any longer. All right, so if you click the link down below, it's gonna take you to my website, the Recipe Worldwide Rhinestone Supply. Here you're gonna find everything that you need for your rhinestones, the SVG files, the starter kits, all that good stuff. So if you go right here to SVG files, there's a lot to choose from. They are ready to go. You're just going to import them into your software and then place them in whatever order, which don't worry, I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. I also have a discount code for you guys that it's going to be really nice, and it's actually going to be a code specifically for this video, so it will only be available for this video. So right here we have the Rhinestone Ultimate SVG pack. It's going to have everything that's currently on my website. It's an awesome deal. It's $40, but with the code that I'm about to give you right here, discount code, we're going to do 75 off, apply, and it's going to make it $10. This code is only going to be valid for a week or two from the release of this video, so just check the date, try the code. If it's working, I'm happy you were able to get it for $10. This whole SVG pack does come with commercial rights, so you will be able to make as much money as you want on these. I'm not gonna ever come after you. If you need some type of document, whatever, I'll have that for you. You know what I mean? This is full commercial rights are included with all of my SVG files. I created all of them. So go ahead and enjoy that. It's going to be $10 for all of the files. You really can't beat that. Valid for 2 weeks. Then you're going to want to go ahead and get this rhinestone starter kit. This is going to have everything you're going to need: the transfer tape, the flock, the tweezers, some stones, the brush tool, the scraper, scissors for you. It's just going to have everything that you need. If you have any questions about the products, just go ahead and meet me in the comment section. So once you download some of the SVG files and you buy them, they're going to get sent to your email. It's going to be an instant download. You're going to get it right away. And then just go ahead and import whatever font you're using into your vinyl cutter software, which we're going to do in a second. But you can buy the fonts individually here. But if you see, you buy 2 fonts, it's going to be already almost $10 or $10. So take that same $10 and just get the whole thing using that 75 off. If it's already too late, you can actually, like, if it's past 2 weeks, you can use the code FAM50. So we're going to do FAM50. I'm going to take this, apply. It's going to make it $20. So if it's past the 2 weeks and you missed the 75 off code, just go ahead and do FAM50 and it'll be 50% off. So you'll get it for $20 rather than $40. But if you're within the 2 week mark, use that 75 off, it'll be $10. But this FAM50 will always be available to you. So right here, we imported, this is going to be Cricut Design Space. We went ahead and imported font right here. So these are perfectly sized for SS10. We're not going to change the size. Go right here to ungroup and it's going to put make them all individuals. So right here you're just going to go ahead and place them in whatever order you want. You can pretty much do anything that you want. If you need to duplicate, you can just go ahead and make another one. Like, I don't know why, but I'm putting the word really right here, whatever. But just do whatever you want. This is going to go for all of the files that you get. So we can go right here. combine. We're gonna weld that together. We're gonna go to shapes, and then we're just gonna go, actually let's go like this. Boom, highlight it all, and then we're gonna slice that, and then boom, it's gonna go ahead and delete all of these. We can go ahead and delete these, and then this is what you're left with. This is the stencil. So we're just gonna go ahead and hit make. You can save it or not, and you don't have to mirror this because it's a stencil. It's not going to be heat transfer vinyl where you're pressing it. You want it to cut regular side up, so do not mirror your design. So you can take this same steps that I just showed you with any of the fonts, create whatever you want, make as many words as you want, do all that good stuff. And if you have any questions so far, meet me in the comment section. But we're gonna go ahead and go to the vinyl cutter, and we'll go over the cut settings, all that good stuff. We're gonna be cutting the rhinestone flock that's in the starter kit. So go ahead, hit the website, grab what you need, and I will see you in the next step. So like I said, this is going to work with any vinyl cutter. In this video, we're using a Cricut Explorer Air 2. I went ahead and added the rhinestone flock onto the mat and then put it in the vinyl cutter. The needle pressure that I used was set to poster board plus. Make sure you have a new needle because you can easily mess up your dots. If you have questions about this step, leave them in the comment section. Alright, so the vinyl cutter's done, and when we peel the flock off of our mat, the holes just come right off. It's going to look like this. If it's gonna be any holes for you that do get left behind, just grab some tweezers and pick them out. You'll be good. So right here we have our SS10 rhinestones because that's what these are sized for. I have used down to like SS4. That's for like super intricate small designs. And then there's also SS6. That's typically used for, I would say, hats, and then like pocket sized type logos. Right here I have a brush tool. I'm just brushing in the stones. They fall right into place. Since I am filming, I am being a little bit sloppy, but when I'm just locked in, this is, a lot more smoother. So most of the holes are gonna get filled. You just gotta keep brushing them in. And the ones that get left over, we're just going to go ahead and grab tweezers and then put them into place. You'll get better with your hand movements during this step, and it'll end up being a lot faster. But like I was saying, from SS6, I haven't really used SS8 too often. They do have that only because SS10 is the more popular stone. It's what you're going to have the most access to. It's pretty universal. It's smart to just have a bunch of SS10 sized. And like I was saying, this blue rhinestone flock, it's super durable, and you can use the same stencil for years. Honestly, like there's some stencil that I've used that are not 4 years old. I would say like 2.5 to almost 3 years old. That's how long I've been making these rhinestones. And as long as you take care of it, put it away when you're done, it's not gonna mess up on you. And just keep the backing of it, so that way when you're done, you'll be able to just go ahead and put it away. But we're gonna go ahead and finish this. So as you can see here, almost all the holes are full. I could have done a better job, but when I'm filming, I tend to focus on what I'm saying more than on the actual stones. So when we're done, we're gonna go ahead and grab tweezers. So they're right here, and the ones that need to be put into place, just go ahead and grab them, put them in. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just go ahead and fix these properly. You don't need to watch the whole process just because I don't want you to watch unnecessary information. I want you guys to just get the value, but you guys see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then when they're all full, I'm gonna just go ahead and, this is my pre-cut transfer tape. I'm just gonna go ahead and add the tape from there. So let me go ahead and finish these up right here, and then I will see you at the next step, but I'll show you how I apply the transfer tape also before we get to the heat press, because if you mess up the transfer tape, it gets super annoying. So I'll see you in a second. All right, so we went ahead and put all the stones. I did take the backing off of the transfer tape. This is the backing to this tape. So now we're just gonna go ahead and add this. I want you to take your time, because if you mess this up, you're going to reverse all that hard work that you just did. So put it down very carefully. There you go. Now I like to grab my brush. Here's the trick. Brush the sides down first. So go in a whole, square or rectangle, whatever, and make sure you get around the whole thing. Get these sides down, so that way when you're, brushing it, you're just making sure all the stones are touching the tape. When you're doing that, it's just gonna prevent your tape from moving. All right. Make sure that you give every stone some love. That's gonna make sure that when you lift, they all come up. And if you start to lift your tape to pick up the stones, do it slowly, so that way if any stones didn't get attached to the tape, you'll be able to press it down and just grab it real quick, so all right, so we can go ahead and lift, and we're gonna, oh, the light just went out. 1 second here, I'll turn up the camera. All right, sorry about that. The next shot, I'll make sure the light is charged. But we're gonna go ahead and lift slowly. Oh, there's one right there, so we're gonna go ahead and just press down on it. Perfect, you got it. There's one right here, one right there. I hope you can see what I'm doing. You know what, this whole bottom row kind of didn't get any love, so let's do this. I'm glad this is happening, that way you guys can see how to handle it yourself. Oh man, I need to give it some. All right, let's hope that did it. There we go. All right. Now we could put our backing if we're gonna save it for later, but I'm gonna leave it like this, flipped, so that way I can just pick it up when we're ready for the heat press. So let me get this light charged, and then I will meet you at the heat press. We can go over the heat press settings and all that good stuff. Let's get it. All right, so now that we're at the heat press, go ahead and set it to 335 degrees Fahrenheit. This is going to be the proper temperature to make sure that the glue adheres properly. This heat press is going to be the 16 by 20 Fancier Studio with the pull-out drawer. This one's going to be a little bit over $300. It's going to be available on Amazon. Just make sure you click the link down below, and it's going to direct you to everything on Amazon. Go ahead and press for 10 to 15 seconds. Use medium to heavy pressure. Just make sure that the heat gets distributed properly. That's why you want a manual clamshell style heat press, so that way you can control the pressure and get that nice even press. Now keep in mind, you can use a household iron, but it's going to take a couple of minutes to make sure that you can press over each stone to make sure that the glue adheres. That's why I recommend a heat press, but if you're just starting out and you're on a budget, grab that iron and make a couple t-shirts. Just take your time, make some money, and buy that heat press. Okay, so now we can go ahead and peel. You can do a hot peel, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure you take your time so that way if any of the stones didn't make it, you can put the tape back down and give it a nice press, and you're going to be nice and good to go. After you peel the tape, go ahead and give it another press, another 10 seconds or so. This is just to make sure that it fully adhered properly. And if you've made it this far into the video, just know that I appreciate you. If you have any questions about any of the steps so far, go ahead and leave them in the comment section and I will get back to you. As long as you follow these steps, you're not going to ever worry about your rhinestones falling off, just because you don't want that to happen, especially if you're charging a lot for your stuff. You can also go ahead and make sure that you add extra rhinestones in your package when you sell to your customers, so that way they can DIY repair with the household iron. If any of the stones fall off from normal wear and tear, it's gonna happen, but using this method we're gonna be all good to go. I got you guys. The rhinestones that I used in this video are available down below. My Amazon storefront is in there as well, so everything used in this video can be found down below. If you do support any of the stuff down there, just know that it supports me and my channel, so I am greatly appreciative of you. Alright, let me give you guys some close-ups so that way you guys can see how the stones adhered. That way you can see the quality of, the files, the stones, pretty much everything. Let's go ahead and do that. And like I said, I appreciate you. Let's get it. I really hope this video was helpful, and if you just follow all of the steps, you're going to be on your way to make your own rhinestone transfers at home to maximize your profits. There's going to be a code on the screen that's going to get you a free SVG bundle pack, and it's going to be available to the first 2 people to use it. I'm doing this to reward those of you who stuck around to the end because I'm greatly appreciative of you. Like I said, only 2 people can use this code. If the code doesn't work for you, that means the 2 people already claimed it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. And like I said, if you have any questions about any of the steps in this video, leave them in the comment section and I will get back to you.